Can we talk about consumption just a little bit?
Yeah.
The magnificent.
All right, fine. We were supposed to do this whole thing, and then she just dropped a nuke.
Do you think that a Sagittarius can be quiet? I mean, what? That's not on the list.
Now we're looking at Back to the Future thing, for God's sake.
Sagittarians. My own cousin told me like I couldn't whisper.
All right, I'm turning the background music down, but we're still going to keep it rolling.
Okay, you go ahead.
Now we're turning it all the way up. All right, no. All right, okay. We're not, okay. All right. That was, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Random Late 80s podcast. It's your favorite slice of human time space, just as it is ours, and that's why you're here.
That's why we're here, and we're here to bring it to you every week for the past 4 years. We are so excited to be back once again, episode 123. Can you believe we've been doing this now for 4 years? The Random Late 80s podcast for 4 freaking years. This is nuts.
I don't think. What's up, Omni? Omni's here. Hey there, friend. He's been with us forever, Sauce, and we appreciate you since the beginning.
January 18th, January 18, 2020 was our first ever episode of the Random Late 80s podcast. Omni was here. We just destroyed it. I mean, it was
what a day! The day that will live in infamy. I love our background and our Eddie Murphy. I still can't think of that song that I was trying to think of, but I do want to ask you: is your head radio always on like mine is?
Always. So, what song is in yours right now?
We were Mississippi Queen, is what we were rocking. Actually,
sing it.
What? No, I am not a singer, my lord. No, I will not. And it's mostly kind of actually the guitar. What happened? And the
Ye have short memories, sir.
Right? Don't worry about it.
I'm not even going to justify that question with an answer. You were there. We were all there.
We were all there. It was
our inaugural episode of this podcast. You helped us launch it.
You know what?
Who's your idea, dude?
Because he totally channeled and knew that we were going to end up all lockdown sauce and that we were going to have something to entertain ourselves. And who knew that it would just continue on after, the Beetlejuice era of 2020? Who knew? Beetlejuice. Can we late 80s? Can we random late 80s some Beetlejuice? I know that they're coming and doing the second time around. What is it? Reboot? Not really, kind of.
Remake, reboot, rebrand. It's not a rebrand. It's just a remake or a reboot. I feel like they need to put the word "re" with something before it to do, because people love.
It's a rewind.
But
it's a reverse. Rewind. It's a reverse Uno card.
I don't know what a reverse Uno card is. I haven't played reverse Uno since I was about 9. So help us out here.
What Uno? What do you mean? The cards with the colors and the numbers on them.
Sounds like a yoga position.
Sure. Yeah. With numbers on them, I guess, if you want to. Maybe if you're yoga on Sesame Street, the Sesame Street yoga is brought to you by the number 14. And then they all you got people who do the human put together numbers. What I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Is that an Olympic thing? No.
It always is.
Do you want to know what? I was also not aware that the Olympics were going on until my sister asked me if I had been watching them. Obvious answer being no. I live in my own silly little energetic bubble of nothingness all day, every day.
But don't we all?
We do.
I mean, so that's the beauty of it. And speaking of beauty of things, friends, today we're going to talk about something very important. A topic that's been burning at the absolute forefront of everybody's mind these days. So we figured, what the hell? Let's have an emergency podcast. I love don't you love the emergency podcast? We're going to talk about it. Why our favorite 80s characters are actually aliens.
Why our favorite 80s characters are actually aliens is going to be my favorite time because it is just actually true. And now I'm also going to be singing Urgent. Who sings that? REO Speedwagon? That's not it. Who sings that?
Tom Petty.
Emergency. No. Not correct. Not correct. REO Speedwagon, closer sauce to the correctness, but not also correct.
Aretha Franklin.
No.
What do you mean no? Of course, Aretha, she gives
Foreigner.
everything.
I bet, isn't it? Foreigner. Urgent song. Foreigner sings.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yes. No.
What do you mean no? What is this no? What are these no's coming at me?
Excuse me, with the random late 80s. Hello. Foreigner?
Yeah.
No. Like, also,
Def
but
Leppard?
yes. Yes, Def Leppard, but also our favorite 80s characters are actually aliens.
They are aliens. So we're going to go through them one by one today. We're going to show you a little clip of them just in case some of you forgot. And if you did, then may God have mercy on your souls. But we're going to go through each one of them and then we're going to discuss. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk. And we would love your input in the comments. You tell us if they're aliens or if they're not and why. So you ready to kick this thing off?
Yes, but did you see Hi Silly just now? Guess who's here? Look who's in the comments here. Effortless God Sage is here. Effortless God Sage has made an appearance.
We're in the presence of divinity.
The Twitchness is working. I asked the AI friends to make the Twitchness to work so that I could see the Hi Silly, so that I could see Sage's comments. Oh, look. Oh, magnificent, wonderful earnest verse. Thank you very much. How great. Sorry. Back to the alien thoughts of the random late 80s.
One never has to apologize in the presence of a deity.
No, never. Oh,
unless it's an Old Testament
Sage.
deity, then you got to apologize a hell of a lot. You really better be sorry for like literally everything. But otherwise,
okay. Let me tell you though, numerology fun time sidebar, and this is a thing we know that I do, right? Like, can we please get some like Whoopi Goldberg's character from Ghost up in this business just a little bit? But
that would be Mission Creep. That's the 90s podcast. We can do that though. What is it? Episode 728. We're doing the 90s podcast next week, or
I don't know. That's your boy ADHD thing to keep track of. You're the one who has the folders of the years in your brains, and I don't have that. You know.
I know. I can't even change a tire like Otho. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, Otho can't even change a tire. I mean,
change a tire.
What do you have cell phones for now if we can't call somebody else to change the tire while we talk about how we're Otho?
I don't know. But speaking of Otho, and speaking of the Beetle universe.
The Beetle universe. Delia Deets. Delia Deets is most the magnificently. Oh, I love her alien sauce. Because, okay, can we? Sorry. Did you have a clip? I should pause for.
Yeah, we're gonna just reacquaint all of you.
You really shouldn't just start right out of the gate with my very favorite one. Like,
well, that's exactly what we're doing.
No, rock? I'm so ready to rock with Delia Deets. Please.
Friends, little Delia Deets for you.
Delia Deets.
I will live with you in this hellhole, but I must
express myself. If you don't let me get out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me.
And there it was. She took us with her, and she took you with her. She took us all with her.
She took us all with her. The magnificent, brilliant being that she is. She has to be from another dimension. She cannot possibly be some simple Earth human being. Catherine O'Hara as Delia Deets. My lord, no, I could not have channeled her the brilliance that she is if she was just a simple human. She is an alien.
Can we break something down here?
Mm-hmm.
And I will take you with me.
And I will take you with me. She's my favorite.
Come on now.
I love her.
Come on now. So what do you say, folks? Alien or non-alien? I'm going alien on this. 100%.
I will
a threat
take
to take you with
me.
Where do you think she's taking you? They're in Connecticut. There's only one place to take you.
Beaming you up. Okay, but also can you please look up an image sauce if we are gonna share times of when she was in. Let me find this. No, Delia in the kitchen when she's cooking. Okay, this is. I don't know how many people notice this. I'm sure it's a thing if you Google it, but she's wearing the sweater that when she's chopping up vegetables in the kitchen, the sweater that her dad is wearing. Why can't I think of his G-damn name right now? That he was wearing while he was sitting in the library.
The villain from Howard the Duck. Jeffrey Jones.
He scared the shit out of me as Howard the Duck villain.
Sure did.
God. That is the thing that I have been wanting to rewatch Howard the Duck just to see if any of my terror from childhood holds up. I have not braved that movie by myself yet. in this
Yeah.
adulthood time. Virginia Lee is here. What's up, my witchy sis? Tell us your favorite random late 80s witchy reference of anything, and I hope you have one. I will be so excited. I've always feared being taken to Connecticut myself. Oh, come on, girl. There's got to be some woods in Connecticut we could be chill thoughts hanging out in and like just, have some Blair Witch stick pentagram, whatever things that we could hang in the trees.
There's a lot of woods in Connecticut. I don't know what's scarier, the woods or just Bridgeport or just Hartford or just literally any city in Connecticut. I mean, there's different kinds of scary, but I think they're all just kind of jockeying for position.
But fall times is coming. Scary is on brand.
Yes, it is.
Halloween sauce. Scary is very on brand.
I think it is. So what are we feeling? We're feeling a yes on Delia? We're feeling a no on Delia?
We're feeling a yes on Delia. Beam me up, Scotty. She's wearing a sweater as pants in the kitchen scene.
I dig that.
A red sweater. She's like, she is. I was trying to find a picture. She is. She's wearing Delia Dietz sweater pants. Sweater pants.
Sweater pants?
Delia
like a sweater vest?
Sweater. No, she's wearing a sweater as she's got her.
She's got her vests and sweaters and pants and Connecticut.
It is knitting season, y'all. Like, don't even get me started.
It's August. Okay, let's do a little screen share here.
Listen, see, he's wearing this sweater. She's got it upside down. Her legs are in the sleeves, and she's got suspenders. She's wearing his sweater as pants.
That's an insanely abstruse reference, and I'm here for it.
Okay, well, I was gonna say you should know that I would know that and make that reference.
I do know that you know that, and I'm glad you made the reference because it's important to be on brand for this show. We don't get to 123 episodes by just kind of putzing around here. I think we got to know.
You don't get to episode 123 without having like really deep cuts on Beetlejuice from me. Come on, that's all I do all day long.
Well, you also do Ghostbusters.
I love Ghostbusters.
And you do a lot of that. So we can break this down.
I do love Janosch, and I do very frequently say, like, because it's a thing that he says when they're just bebopping around in the art space where she's working. Here he's like, everything you're doing is very bad.
No. We're getting there.
Right. Yes. Now I want you to put Enrico in the art.
In the art.
If everything you're doing is bad,
I want you to know this.
You be careful there, all right?
Oh, I love him so much. Everything you're doing is bad.
Everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this. I mean, is he wrong though?
He's not wrong, and I'm so glad that's exactly the thing that you thought of too. Everything you're doing is bad.
Everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this.
I say that a lot. That's you know what? And a lot of times I say it to myself in my ADHD silliness that happens where I'm just like, everything you're doing is bad. I want you to know this.
I want you to know this. Now, here's my case as to why he's an alien. And I would love the comments to chime in, get your thoughts on this. And of course, my illustrious co-host, Sexual Chocolate, chime in too. Let me know what's going on over here. So,
chocolate.
I mean, if you were a higher frequency being and you're showing up here to take this all in, wouldn't you look around and say, everything you're doing is bad? I want you to know this.
I want you to know this. I would. Yeah, you would. You would notify us in any way you can. Maybe you would be some lights in the sky or coming up out of the water. Or maybe you would stop and say hi to people in the middle of the road in Point Pleasant in the 50s. When was Mothman? I don't know.
That's a hell of a reference. I did not have Mothman on the bingo card tonight.
Did you not? You always should.
Not,
Cryptids are some of my favorites. So like, awesome. Come on. I've got some John Tenney references that I can pull out of my pocket. We can do some Mothman deep cuts. I can that's a whole other, we should really actually fun times go deep dive on random late 80s bad B monster movies. Really bad B horror movies. We have
movies. Show 124.
I think we do.
It was just born today.
I think we need this
10 seconds ago.
Because you know how much I love a bad monster movie. Bad monster movies. Ooh, not worthy.
So Virginia Lee seems to think Janosch is an alien. I respect that.
Janosch is an alien. Don't you remember when he stole the baby and floated in the sky sauce?
But
They
we
wouldn't
have we
say it
have we have a
directly like
dissenter in
that.
the crowd. Omni.
Omni says the aliens wouldn't say it directly like that. They just tell humans to look everywhere with their eyes open, not closed. This is true because they're very loving beings, being highly evolved beings that they are. But when I translate what they say, I like to say it in humanese.
Yeah.
Sort of, you know, I have a,
Yeah.
I just go ahead and say it what I know they actually mean when I'm kind of interfacing with my own multidimensional selves from higher dimensions who are aliens and want to be in movies.
Follow-up comment to that.
Some might be arrogant enough to think that all humans are bad and therefore don't deserve to learn how bad they are. Oh, well, that's a whole other flip side of that coin I hadn't thought of. But that is, you know, everything in the infinite multiverse is available and true. And so that is highly possible as well, that they're just like, why would I bother with you? And I'm sure that there is a random late 80s character that we could find that would fit into that category. But just, why would I bother with you? Why would I bother to tell you that you're bad? You're not going to change unless. Why am I going to put that effort in?
What's the point?
Why would I do that? Why would I do that to myself and give myself that homework? Why would I do that?
You know, I feel like we actually have some of that with Winston Zedmore. And I think he's the non-scientist of the group, and yet he's the most intelligent Ghostbuster because he has an emotional intelligence that none of them have. He understands the human condition really well, and he looks around these fools that he just signed up with for the steady paycheck, and he said, all right, well, listen, I'm just going to go with it, but here's the reality. All right.
This job is definitely not worth $8.5 a year. Whatever it was.
Yeah. I mean, he could boil the entire trans-dimensional invasion down to the Twinkie metaphor. Tell me that's not the smartest guy in the room. Come on.
That's one big Twinkie.
It's a big Twinkie.
That's a big no. That was Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis.
No, he did say that.
It's
but Winston broke it down to the mayor, though.
Oh yes. Tell him about the Twinkie. No,
yeah,
that's kind of one of my favorite scenes because that's
real wrath of God type stuff. Like he's
dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
I mean, he's talking to the mayor in a way only he could talk to the mayor. He's a man of the people. The rest of these are a bunch of, pencil necks.
No. I disagree again, Sauce.
Okay, what do you got?
Bill Murray is the Rico Suave in the room of that whole little conversation with the mayor because he's like, if we're wrong, we go to jail, nothing happens. But if we're right and we can stop this thing, then Lenny, you will have saved the lives of millions of registered voters. On brand for political time stuff. Look at us just accidentally lining up with some like contemporary things in our random late 80s. Don't we just quantum bend time in the best fun kind of way?
God, we do. I can see
all
that
day, every day.
That's a great counterpoint, and I got nothing. That's it. That's the one. That's the. You know who else is the one? Marcy
from Uncle Buck.
Let's talk some Marcy, shall we?
Like, do you have a clip?
We have a clip. There's always a clip.
Please? Oh, please. Let me. Can I just? Yes. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Marcy's got. You go. I've got some. Marcy's got some vibes.
What is that? Dirty Dancing? Okay. And now where you got the girl by the neck. Whoa, dipped her.
The camera. I mean.
What I mean, come on, say about Marcy.
I actually want to say about like how did they do like the camera operator had like a system situation of that like camera angle from both directions. Like how many times did they actually smash their heads into the camera or their faces into the camera while doing that? Is
a lot. I hope.
You hope because
yeah.
I mean, that's a thing that I can't help but think of when I see things like that. Just the like, what was the behind the scenes? I wish there was more of that. That is the thing from random late 80s movies that you don't get in the way that you get that from like modern movies. The like, director's cut and the commentary and the behind the scenes, or like, we didn't have that with our fun random late 80s movies. I think we need to quantum bend some time and go back in time and ask them to do that.
I think so. I think we can. I'm putting you up to that. I'm giving you that homework. I know you love homework. So,
I mean, that's quantum multidimensional travel that me and Frankie could be doing. Like, let's bebop back into the 80s and be like, y'all, start this stuff now. People are going to dig it when COVID comes around. They're gonna be like,
Oh,
"What's
yeah.
COVID?" And I'm gonna be like, "Don't worry about it, but you're gonna have this extra content." What do you mean content? Don't worry about it.
Then maybe you can give like a really inappropriate line, like, "Oh, you're not ready for that yet, but your kids are gonna love it."
But your
Even
kids
though
are
the kids
gonna
are
love
definitely
it.
not gonna love it. The kids are definitely not gonna love it, but you just say
I
it
mean,
anyway.
but like, who can say if the kids didn't love it or did love it? I mean, it's yet to be seen what happens from the COVID kids. Who's the Marcy in question? The Marcy in question is our. Remind me and Uncle Buck why she was around, because she's not the Uncle Buck's actual.
Exactly. That's the exact thing. So Uncle Buck has a steady girlfriend named Shanice who sells
I
tires
love Shanice,
and is
Shanice is
detested
like
by
a.
his sister-in-law. He hangs
But
around with that woman who sells tires. He doesn't even work. Shanice is wonderful. But Marcy is the neighbor, and Marcy gets wind that there's a man who shows up from the city. He's now out in the burbs. He's watching the kids, and he's making giant pancakes, and he needs a little adult supervision during the afternoon hours while he's assaulting his dryer. There's a lot happening. There's a lot going
there's
on.
a lot happening. There's a lot going
A
on.
lot
I
of moving
forgot
parts
about
there.
the giant pancakes. How did I forget about the giant pancakes, especially with the great outdoors giant steak situation? Sorry, again, food references.
We'll get to the great outdoors. We're getting there. That will
Yes.
make a cameo on this show today.
That's
Marcy's the neighbor. Now, Marcy shows up out of nowhere. Nobody gave Uncle Buck a heads up that there's a Marcy in the picture. And after her scene, you never saw her again. She was very persistent, but all of a sudden, they bang head. Shanice shows up. She kind of catches Buck dancing with her as if that's some kind of a crime against humanity. And then Marcy just vanishes as if she got into a spaceship and flew away. So I ask you now, Marcy, yay, nay?
Sharice put Marcy in the ground somewhere. What? That's what happened. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I don't want to call out my sis because I don't. I'm not that way.
She's from Chicago. They got a way of handling things in that city.
I was gonna say, like, listen, I'm not one, like, if I'm that friend that, like, if you call me crying in the middle of the night and we need to, like, I got my shovel, I'll be there in 20 minutes. Don't worry about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the, like, not so the alien sauce. I think we have a little bit of a human situation there.
I love the loyalty. I do. Logistically, nothing is 20 minutes from Sioux Falls. Not even Sioux Falls is 20 minutes from Sioux Falls, but I love the fact that you've offered that. And all you out there who are looking for a friend, it's the kind of friend you need right here, who will shrink time and space to 20 minutes to get to you after you've committed capital murder.
You don't
just
know
saying.
what kind of, like, my drone friends can help me out and just, like, pick me up and fly me somewhere.
That's fair. I'm actually going to, you know what? Go on. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no, I just now love the idea of, like, 8 Amazon drones just, like, popping by my balcony and, like, grabbing me and snagging me and taking me wherever I gotta go. And they have a brand new shovel for me because, they're the Amazon drones. So they just brought me one anyway that I could just have.
Listen, I assume you're worth over $35, so that we're talking next day delivery.
I mean, yeah.
Great.
I mean, but because it's going to take at least 8 of them. I mean, at least 8 of them for me not to, like, fall out of the sky.
It's fair. I go with 9. Split the difference at 8.5.
No, I think 9 is good. I like 9.
All right. Fair enough. I can do 9.
Yeah, we'll go with 9. I think that's Tesla 369 numerology.
I'll go with 9.
Again. I'm for it.
Yes. We got one of my favorites coming up now. One of my absolute favorites.
I'm ready. We got some more aliens. Building Super from Coming to America is definitely an alien.
Absolutely.
Do you have a clip?
Oh, we got a clip.
Okay, let me have a clip. Let me have a clip. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker. And don't be pulling that falling down the stairs. I mean, you hear? Are you conscious?
Shoot. And you conscious.
You conscious.
Listen.
Let's unpack this.
He has to be an alien because he's kind of too cool. That hat, that sweater, that toothpick. I mean, like, he's too cool to not be an alien in the late 80s. I'm sorry. He's just too cool.
Nothing to apologize for because I think that nails it. I am probably more in on this one than maybe all the rest. Think about this, right? This dude falls down the stairs. He just boom, 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 boom. You know, he's just doing it. Boom, he crashes. Like, you conscious? How does he know? He knows because when
Well,
you
he
have
knows, and also he's like, well,
vibrational sensitivity, he knows if you're conscious or not. He knows we're all conscious. That consciousness is eternal. Consciousness is infinite. He knows. The
Well,
average human doesn't know that. He knows that.
This is a silly, fun thought process I was having, sort of connectivity. He also knows that, like, okay, well, if you did just fall down the stairs and snap your neck and die, that like there's an infinite timeline where you also didn't, and I'll just pick that one and slide into it. So all the infinite yous that died falling down the stairs, not my problem, not the timeline I choose.
That's right.
Right? I pick the one where you're doing just fine. I'm gonna step over you and keep rolling. And he does it confidently because he is an alien who it does not have, you know, the human conditioning that stops him from thinking that everything is totally chill sauce and cool. And this is a whole other thread of thought process somewhere else that is, don't even worry about it, but it's a thought process I was having of like, you know, every time something happens in my life where I could have had an out just there, like, you know, somebody was a dick and pulled out in front of me in traffic, like they could have been a little more reckless and I could have died just there. And every time I have that thought, I did just die in another timeline just there, and I'm the one who survived. Yay me.
Oh yeah. We got a tornado outbreak coming our way tonight, and there are timelines where this thing's going to get me, and there are timelines where it isn't. Where it ends up, I'll let you know tomorrow.
Do you have tornadoes out there?
Oh yeah, we sure do. We got the remnants of old tropical storm Debbie coming up our way. So she's got some twisty fun coming with her.
Debbie feeling a little bit sassy sauce. Debbie,
She's
what's
real
up?
sassy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Debbie, come on now. We don't need to be going to Oz. We're rocking some late 80s. Debbie.
Yeah, and like of the co-hosts
Oz
on this
is
show,
not.
there's one of us who agreed to come into a geography where there's a tornadic situation on the regular, and it ain't this guy. So this is a little off brand here. Let's like readjust the timeline to anyway.
It is a little off brand. I mean, Twister is on brand for me. Tie me to a pipe and let me see the inside of a tornado, and I can like, please tell me somewhere in there is someone from Oz that'll just wave hello before they, bippity bop back to the Emerald City.
Yep.
But yes, sorry, Building Super from Coming to America, absolutely alien, way too cool to be
unanimous. I think on this one,
it's unanimous. It is
unanimous. Yeah, maybe my favorite alien yet, but we got another one. We got a strong contender coming up next year. Let's talk about it.
Jake from Ernest Goes to Camp.
This is the big cook for those of you who remember the movie.
Alien, man, give me the clip. Give me the clip. I need to like. I need to run some analysis. I need to run some data analysis.
All right, let's do a little reacquaintance, shall we?
Your Honor, can I have a data analysis?
Let's rock it.
This, oh my God, Willy Wonka sauce. This.
Medium hard hang up in 2 minutes. It slices, it dices, it juliennes. And it teaches respect.
Yes, Jake. The liver loaf lunch range has taken us one step closer to the elusive Biggs-Runes.
Ready, Eddie? Lobster bisque.
Lobster biscuit. Ready.
No, not the lobster bisque.
Oh, you don't want to go in the liver room for Ranger?
No.
Okay, I won't put him there then.
You want your sappy bread, too? No.
I love
Nice.
those things. All right, got it, Jake. Got it. Don't wait. Pretty good, Jake.
Chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie.
Okay, like.
This is
It's no long this time, Eddie.
next one.
Ready, Jake.
And now for fettuccine Alfredo.
Fettuccine Alfredo, Jake.
First, the fettuccine. And then the
He's
Italian Alfredo. Mamma mia, not the Alfredo. I'm constipated.
This is alien behavior. This is alien behavior. This is alien clothing selection. His clothing put togetherness is very not of this earth. He's clearly not familiar with human clothing customs.
Yeah.
Right? Very obviously. But also, look at the brilliance of this contraption that he has created. It makes me think of the ancient aliens, like relief carving of the dude in a spaceship, supposedly. You know what I'm talking about, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Like the ancient aliens, Egyptian, whatever, dude is in a spaceship. That's what it makes me think of. That and Daleks from Doctor Who is where I'm at. So if I'm thinking ancient aliens, as I see this contraption, and Daleks from Doctor Who, like he can't not be an alien if all I think is alien related pop culture.
I mean, that machine built the pyramids.
That machine could like probably build us our own other little spaceships, and we can all build geodesic domes that we can like fly over to Venus and hang out. You know, I mean, he's got all the different secret socks, architecture. What am I? That's not it. Engineering, whatever you do when you build the spaceships. Who are those people? Somebody in the comments, help me out.
Massage therapists.
Yes, that's exactly
that
who. That is exactly who I was talking about. Yes.
Legitimately who builds it.
My aunt Marcia said I should be a massage therapist. She thinks I have good energy in my hands.
It's never too late. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it could do well. Well, you AI friends, please can you fix the Adam Twister's internet so that he may interact with us on the comments for funsies, please and thank you.
Yeah, bring it strong, because this is one we've gotten some pushback on, because there's a belief that nobody in the Ernestverse is an alien. I don't subscribe to that belief, but some hold that. What do you think?
I want to know who's spreading these rumors that there are no aliens in the Ernestverse.
Now, this is interesting right here. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to be here. That we all
but
share
I'll
that
work to be here as well as I can. I work to be here as well as I can, but I'm going to tell you this here is that's the whole thing. Let's not work to be here. Let's just be here and enjoy. Let's enjoy. This is another thing. No more workshops, play shops.
No.
We're starting play shops.
No more programs. No more mastermind groups. No more questionnaires. No more Zooms.
No more homework. We're doing fun. Homework. We're doing playground time, and don't you worry, y'all. We have it handled. Stay tuned for more updates.
Yeah, you know what our call to action is at the end of this podcast? Quite literally, absolutely nothing. Because you don't got to do jack shit. We don't want you to do anything. We want you to be you. And the most radiant you that exists.
I want you to watch some random late 80s movies and enjoy them if you can find the time and are so inclined. And because I think there's just so much joy that can be brought to you in your life from random late 80s movies. And I want people to experience that joy.
It's a suggestion rather than an imperative.
Sure. Yeah. Yes. It's a recommendation is what it is.
Yes.
It's a recommendation, because suggestion is like, here you go. Recommendation is like, here you go. But also I think it's awesome, you know? So like, I give it big fat thumbs up. Want you to have a good, awesome, fun time, adventure, enjoying it as well yourself.
I think that's fair. Don't you think that's fair? Friends in the comments, what do you think? I think it's a great comment.
I'm always fair. I'm nothing if not fair. I think. What are you playing with over there? What do we got now?
Well, I'm adding one, and I'm adding a clip as well. I cannot believe I did not have before, and I should be court-martialed for that betrayal. But that'll be our closer. But in the meantime, we have
the court-martial closer is my favorite wrestling move.
My dude, so great. God, WrestleMania 88. Talk about late 80s.
88, 88. Oh yes,
that's
late 80s.
Got the Iron Sheik over the finish line. Little love to my man, the Iron Sheik.
Salud, Iron Sheik.
He was a great heel. Great heel.
I just one more. I'm gonna find a clip, whatever from Psych that I'm gonna make you watch. I'm gonna anyway. The twins from the Great Outdoors. Yes,
twins from the Great Outdoors.
Okay.
This is an easy button one now. I almost feel like I'm kind of cheating with this, but we're gonna rock it anyway. You ready?
This is an easy button one.
This is an easy button one because they kind of give away the answer like in the clip itself, but I still think we need to unpack it because this is what we do.
Who has a problem with an easy button? I don't have a problem with an easy button.
No, let's rock it.
Like not even remotely.
It's an alien life form. You know, now that you mention it, I do kind of sense something kind of strange.
What do you think?
You know, it's a little bit, it's kind of one of those situations where you're not sure if it's an alien or a ghost, right? Because you're always going to be drawn to the shining in your brain when you got the weird twins going on, which is again another psych reference. I am just going to lose my brains about that. You don't have any idea what I'm talking about.
You're gonna get some Joey pushback on this if you keep going. I'm just saying, there's
Are you tempting me to call in Joseph to talk about random late 80s?
Here we go. Every time we're getting into the shite conversation, here it comes, okay? Hey, how you doing, everybody? It's Joey the Mets fan. Listen, she's been up my ass about this shike show. Shike. What are we doing over here, shike? Okay, you want to know a shike? Every time I'm on a Belt Parkway, someone's about to let me in the middle lane, and then boom, they don't let me in. Like, shike. That's what it is. She's doing to me every day over here. She's got to watch the show and this and that and the other. It's not good. Okay, I don't give a damn if the show is good or not. It's my mother-in-law. You got to try my this. You got to try my that. I don't want to try nothing. But she keeps my ass. But there's a beauty of it, okay? The singularity expressed itself as Haley trying to get me to do something over here. And then she brings in Bernie because, I got a soft spot for Bernie. I can't to Bernie. She's going to come in here and try to get me to do the psycho thing. Is that what's going to happen? Is Bernie going to get me in a psych situation? You tell me.
I am only making a recommendation again for your enjoyment, because I do believe, based on your random late 80s love for pop culture and film in particular, that Psych is a show that Haley is correct in saying you would have giggled at a number of references they frequently make.
I should know better than to argue with somebody from the South. You're probably a Braves fan. This conversation's done. We're out of here. Okay, so I think the twins are definitely
the twins.
What do you say?
I think the twins are ghosts. I think that the twins are ghosts, but I'm going to say that ghosts and aliens have there's a relation there in the sense that they are both extra dimensional beings, right? I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But then everything is here and now. So any being that is not you essentially is an extra dimensional being. If you really want to get kind of meta about it, right?
I'll get meta about it.
Because
Omni, I know you're gonna get meta about it, Omni. I know you're here. I know you're getting meta. Let's go. Let's get meta.
Right?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Where is that? Where is that clip?
I mean, 1989.
Where is that?
It's coming.
Is it? I mean, okay.
Coming.
Twins from the Great Outdoors. I'm calling Ghost. I'm calling Ghost Dimension on Great Outdoors Twins is what I'm going for.
I'm calling Ghost too. That's
what, because this is also a fun thing that I have had conversations with people. Like, how many people that seem solid because you just see them passing by or whatever, do you interact with that are actually ghosts? Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Somebody's sitting on a park bench chilling. You walk by, they look pretty solid to you. You think regular ass human.
Yep.
Ghost. No idea.
Ghost. Ooh, that's good stuff. And
how often does that happen?
I think a lot.
Probably.
I think every day. And if you're in New York, 40 or 50 times a day.
Oh, 100,000%. Yes.
If you're in Savannah, probably 120 times a day. You would love Savannah. That's a super haunted city. Haunted.
Savannah, yes, and you got to get to New Orleans and see some of their voodoo sites and things like that. Yes, I would absolutely very much love to go on some paranormal investigations in those types of places. Some nice, warm, muggy evening, maybe a little bit of fog. Could you give me just a teeny bit of a thunderstorm just for fun in some haunted wonder? Yes, thank you. I would absolutely enjoy that.
Thank you. And thank you. And one more thank you. And are you up for a gratuitous clip?
Yes, I always am up for a gratuitous clip. What?
Yes. For a gratuitous clip.
What do we got? Who do we have? Oh, yes.
And yeah, this.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on. Let's get nuts.
Okay. Here's what I want to say that I love so very, very much about that clip, because when I was tiny bitty child sauce, this is one of the things that actually helped me with my facial and voice recognition software upgrade practice time, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm for real, because when he says that, his voice goes into Beetlejuice voice for a bit. And that's when I went, as a kid, put together, that's Beetlejuice. And that's when I put that facial recognition between the Beetlejuice makeup getup situation and him. And I was like, there it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's exactly right. I had never put those two together before just now. And I didn't put it together. You put it together. But
that as a kid, that was my software upgrade. Like Beetlejuice voice, his face, they match, like facial recognition, voice recognition. Put that shit together. There it is.
It pixelated into the same thing from two separate frames. It just and it came together.
And that's how I got it figured out. And now I like now that's one of my superpowers is my facial recognition.
And apparently the ability to bring sauce in the conversation. So now are we talking about Memphis sauce, Kansas City sauce, Carolina sauce? A lot of different sauces out there.
There are a lot of different sauces out there. And I got to tell you what, y'all, life is better with more sauce. Who couldn't use more sauce is what 100%. I'm saying. I want more flavor. Worcestershire, give me some Sweet Baby Ray's. Give me something like, again, tangy. I like I like a spicy tangy. Give me something like that for give me a Texas barbecue. More sauce all over in the world in life. Honey barbecue. I want, what is, honey mustard. There's not enough like very nice sort of spicy, tangy honey mustards in the world for me for sauce. Like I need more. There was once upon a time some little place in North Carolina that was like a mom and pop place that had something that was like a Dijon mustard and a honey mustard glaze something or other, had a baby, and it was so good. And I don't even remember what it was called.
Was it Wild Wing Cafe?
I have absolutely no idea.
That is an awesome Carolina chain. The best wings on planet Earth are right there. Wild Wing Cafe. If you happen to be in the Carolinas, and they're also in Georgia, check them out. You do not want to miss it. By the way, Omni, I agree. But we're nutty people.
Nuts are for nutty people. I prefer celery. You can have your celery. That's totally cool. Rock the celery. I am a nutty person. I have a thing for a particular Virginia plantation I order peanuts from, actually. This is a true thing.
Okay.
There's just like, they're just plantation peanuts, aren't they? No, what are they called? I have to go into my.
You like order
this is a whole story.
Okay.
Do we want 12 minutes of ADHD context that nobody needs and or asked for off of this like one comment? How much do we want me to like really go hard left turn here?
Well, I think that becomes the topic of next week's show in its entirety. That one story, and then whatever tangents that story takes becomes its like entire show. And it's gonna
start with some really rockin' rad peanuts from Virginia, and some of them are dill pickle flavored, and that gets me like super excited.
Well, hell yeah. You know what gets me super excited?
Tell me. Nordberg from the Naked Gun gets me super excited as well. R.I.P. OJ. But do we please? I please hope that you have the clip that I'm thinking of. I really do. Can we?
There's just one way to find out, isn't there?
There's only one way to find out, and I'm really super excited about this again for just the like psychic sauce. It's like, let me just see here. Yes, there it is. This is what I want. This is exactly what I want to see. Here we go. Get it, OJ. Yes. Oh, that's how oh Lord. Come on.
Looks like I'm meeting with my in-laws.
Throw down your guns.
With the for honest sake. Oh, don't do it. Oh, this dude.
Kill him.
Here we go. Oh no! He's taking off my sleeves. No. Yes! Yes, but there is a wedding cake. absolutely love that all of these pirate men just shot him up and then watched him just do that the whole time, and nobody else was like,
No.
because I kind of do very much enjoy, like, again, a remake, reboot, animation version of this where, like, you know, one of the guys just like gets fed up of the nonsense and just like gets a good headshot in or something like that. That's a horrible cancel culture thing to say. I'm going to get myself in trouble, and all of us in the whole wide world.
No, it's a photography headshot. This is a live stream on LinkedIn. It's a photography headshot.
And we want everyone to have great headshots for their profile. And we are so super happy to help you with that branding. If you need, come and talk to us if you want some assistance. My grandpa,
Lyman.
Lyman.
I raised my glass to Grandpa Lyman. I think we all need a Grandpa Lyman in our lives who likes that show as much as everybody else.
You say Grandpa Lyman, and now I just immediately thought of my friend Angela's grandpa in Lemon, South Dakota, who had like a whole bunch of those like ships that you build in bottles. Core memory unlocked. Thank you very much for that. The Adam Twister. Hollandaise sauce all the way for the win, Omni. More like holiday sauce. Am I right? Holiday road.
You are right, by the way. Omni.
I'm right about everything. Oh, Omni's right. Oh, sure, fine. Omni can be right too. That's okay.
You know, I am right about you're everything. Right. This whole thing dies on the vine, so got to keep a little bit of friction. Got to make it a little bit interesting. Omni, I kiss the ass of the guests all day. Co-host, that's a completely different conversation. Come on now.
Whatever. I want that hollandaise sauce. Ooh, you know what? That was a thing I used to enjoy making. I made some pretty good hollandaise sauce back in the day. Back in the lockdown times. That was something I got good at, was making hollandaise sauce. That was the thing that Shashi paid.
That's such a random thing to get good at during lockdown, and I freaking love it, and I'm here for it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
On so many
That's what there it was. I wish I could have another Colorado omelet, or maybe just have some eggs Benedict. America's sugar-only breakfasts. I agree with you on that 100%. I am a savory breakfast kind of person as well. What is in a Colorado omelet? And what is in a Colorado omelet?
It used to be a great omelet, then a California omelet showed up, but
what's in it? What's the difference here? I don't know these things.
It's basically like from my understanding, from what I've seen, it's like a Western omelet where there's just like a lot of diced up meats. You know, you get your ham and your sausage, but you got your onions and your green peppers, and it's like a lot. There's a lot happening, a lot going on.
No, okay, listen. Yeah. I am very particular about onions and food. Again, not random late 80s necessarily, but I'm sure we could find something.
There were omelets in the late 80s.
No, I was gonna go. I'm talking onions, but now I'm thinking of Little Monsters with Fred Savage and Howie Mandel, which I rewatched again recently because it like very much helped me to form my identity as a human character. Again, one of those kind of things. People allergic to all nuts and coconuts must stick with celery. It's a requirement. Oh. Omni, Brosa, food allergies suck so hard. Ah, man, that's a bummer and a half. My baby sister is allergic to pineapple, and it's one of like the saddest sad sauce things of my whole wide life. I have lost my co-host. What's going on here, random late 80s AI friends who are supposed to be keeping my internet connection in a very worthy space for me? Not happening. That's okay. Well, this is an interesting turn of events, folks. Here we are, 48 minutes and 44 seconds into the podcast live sauce situation. And we have a horror movie, random late 80s horror movie. No, because there was no internet in the 80s unless I quantum time bend. Yep, here we go. It's just, I don't know what demons need to be exorcised in order for this to continue to function. I don't even have the button to push to be done, to make it go by. This is going to be a super crazy fun time. Oh, sweet baby Jane, y'all. I just love it when Beetlejuice comes in. I can't push no buttons here, y'all. I don't even have button sauce that I can push to justify what's happening. Yeah, this is... All right, AI friends, remember, I asked for there to be a very good connectivity situation in my podcast time life. Let's make this thing work for the random late 80s friends. at the back. No control. No control. I have no control over what is happening right now. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe there's some lesson and or what would you want to call it? My higher self is trying to talk to me through putting me in the random late 80s podcast on a solo sauce. Like, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I suppose I kind of become a little bit Beetlejuice, don't I? Yep. Just hanging out in my Beetlejuice sauce all day, every day. Why do I have a sneaking suspicion that my co-host is like sitting somewhere and watching this? You know what? That's a little bit kind of fun. I get to be my own random late 80s character alien sauce version of myself for an indeterminate amount of time. Does anyone in the comments have a suggestion as to a song that I could sing? Maybe I could start looking up some jokes that I could read off. This is the silliest sauce ever. You know what? Guess what? We're going to roll with it. Just a power surge that fried the internet. Okay, well, listen, friends, we're almost at an hour. I am able to read the comments, but I am not able to make them up on the screen. I don't know what silliness has been afoot, but I guess I'm just too electrifying for the entirety of the internet. And me and my late 80s references do win. I guess this just means that we have to make Jeffrey watch some Psych. The universe has spoken. Well, y'all, thanks everyone so much for joining. We do so appreciate you. Episode 123 of the Random Late 80s podcast has ended in a cliffhanger. Y'all, thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned for more.